July, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant 2025. July, this is your month, Cancers, but it's way more than your month because Jupiter is already in your sign and it will protect you no matter what happens for the next 11 months. Physically, health wise, psychologically, emotionally, in abundance. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. It's its favorite sign, and Jupiter is the great benefactor. Passing through there, it will bless you. For some of you, it might be healing, for others, might be wealth. If it's your sun in Cancer, it might be something to do with your career and the dream you want to build in your life and the mission that Jupiter can open doors for you. If it's your moon in Cancer, it might be your personal life that Jupiter will be, and it's continuing to bless. If it's your ascendant, your path in life, what you're here to do, your health, your direction. And health for all sun, moon, or ascendant is valid. And especially if you're Cancers from around the fourth degree of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you're around the 12th degree of Cancer. Jupiter is transiting those degrees this month. And already, because I have a lot of Cancers in my life, they already started telling me stories how beautiful, wonderful things are starting to unfold in them, how they feel more joy from life, how they feel more lucky and aligned, and how actual opportunities are coming to them. Especially Jupiter can help you fulfill a dream of yours. I can bless you with something that's been missing in your life that will bring you joy and being settled. So, no matter what other predictions I do, Cancers, just knowing that Jupiter is in your sign, even if things get hard for a little bit, which is possible, because Saturn and Neptune are squaring Cancer for the next 12 months as well. Know that you're protected and it will play out better than you expect, that it won't last long, it will be reversed in some way. So yeah, this just wanted to give you the heads up to know that things are, you're being divinely protected now. You're the favorites of the universe in a sense. And of course, the Saturn Neptune conjunction is most closed in July and again will repeat in February. We spoke about it in the June videos if you want to go back there, but I can mention it. Truly, in this period now, from this summer, from June, July, till very likely even next, especially in February as well, 2026, the seeds are being planted for a new mission in life for you because it's in your 10th house, for a new direction in some way, career wise, or as a mission from those above, you know, because this powerful conjunction happens once every 35 years only, and for you it means it will be unfolding for 35 years, that you have some mission here that you would start unfolding from the next 12 months to 6 months, 6 to 12 months. A new idea, new inspiration will come down to you towards what you have to do in life, because the 10th house is your actions. The 10th house is what you're here to do as a career, as a mission to contribute to the world. And sometimes it's not in an easy way that it starts, but the universe has to push us in some way. And Jupiter is protecting you no matter what. But let's focus now just on this month specifically. Yes, the Saturn Neptune conjunction, especially if you enter prayerful position, if you try and stay calm, so you allow the Neptunian inspiration and divine love to pour and the divine intuition to enter, for you to know what is the direction in your life, for you to know what is the next step, for you to know, because the 10th house is your reputation, your social status, what you're here to do. So allow yourself moments and time in meditation or in prayer, in moments in God's presence, so to speak, like a sacred space, maybe walk in nature, maybe swim in the ocean or something, where you can have a long time, so you can download as much as possible, let's say, instructions, divine instructions about this new mission that you might have, a new direction in life that you might be unfolding for the next 35 years. And to be honest, I think some Cancers will be called to play a very important role in society with something that appears in their life over the next 1 year. Now the conjunction is the closest in July, then again in February, but it can come anytime between now till after February next year as well, till the conjunction is closed, that you get this direction, how you're going to, what role you have to play in the world, in society, how it will change for you, because a lot of cancers will have socially important a role to unfold through their work in some way, and the signs will be given to you. And Jupiter says new beginning cycle starts here, so you see. But let's focus specifically on this month. There is Mars in your third house the whole month. It's only active this month, so it's specific only now, no like 10 years influence ahead. Mars in your third house says you'll be quite active, because Mars is an active planet, is action in communications, in matters of connecting with others, discussions, talking, socializing, maybe doing some activities with siblings, with workmates, with teammates, or maybe traveling. Third house is traveling, short travels. Also, third house is learning skills. Mars there can make it easier for you to undertake learning something difficult, for example. Because Mars is a very motivated planet, so this motivation comes naturally. And to do some difficult things, Mars will give you the courage, the motivation. But Mars is with a very karmic point the whole month. They meet once every 2 years. This karmic point is called Ketu, the butt of the dragon. It's a dragon, basically, the karmic dragon. The second part of it, it's cut in two. And that's where old karma gets excreted from or ending. So there might be some escalation, say with siblings, with relatives, third house, with teammates, workmates, with people, with neighbors, people in your social environment, teammates, workmates, friends, for example. Some unresolved anger or frustration that hasn't been expressed can come to the surface to be resolved and released. So there is possibility this whole month, while Mars and the South Node are together, to as a resolution to a something that you haven't spoken about. Third house is communicate. And if you haven't expressed something through words, communicated something that you're frustrated from, you will be pushed now this month to be more vocal about it. Try not to escalate it too much, because it just wants to end the cycle, to release from your body this pent-up anger, especially, as I said, if it's anger or misunderstanding or some stresses around neighbors, relatives, social environment, people around you, through communications, writing emails that you like lose your head, because the South Node, Ketu, has lost his head. It has lost Rahu. It's cut in two. This is the mythology. Try not to lose your head when communicating with others. They might be pressing your buttons, but that's about allow and try to release also the anger. Don't keep it in, don't stifle it. And if you're, and you need to express through words what is annoying you as well, without being nasty and critical, because then it can really escalate with Mars in Virgo, which is super critical sign, and nitpicking. And others, you might feel like others in your environment are being like nitpicking and kind of more judgmental, and especially with the Mars and the South Node. South Node really kind of makes Mars lose its head furthermore. Go shoot everyone. I mean, collectively we might see such things, people losing it here and there, you know. But let's keep this out of your life, and know that if you feel frustrated, you need to find a channel for it in some way. Go walk, it's your third house walk. Go, be careful when you drive as well. This conjunction is exact. Let me see exactly when it is exact, so you can be more careful around that time. Just a second. Mars 19th, 18th, around the 20th, 21st, 22nd, those 2-3 days of July. Be a bit more careful, especially when you're traveling, when you're using any machinery, heavy machinery as well. or when communicating, answering emails, talking with others, because it's more explosive energy. But at the same time, as I said, it can end some built up anger, misunderstanding, stresses with such people in your life. And even you might complete some project that is mental, that is media connected, that is connected to business, to writing, to speaking, to documents. Put a lot of energy into it. You can put, because Mars puts energy, then complete it, the South Node. All right. Another thing is that Venus is in your 12th house the whole month. It's good for faraway travels. Uh, Faraway, like, especially if you're going like retreats, hotels, the 12th house rules, all of those things, communion with nature. So you see you have help there. Plus, it can help also with dream in your sleep life. You might have more pleasant dreams as well. Or just ways to escape reality that are pleasant and enjoyable to you. Venus in the 12th house does that. Or if you have to do anything with faraway countries, Venus in the 12th house guarantees things will go well there. But just Jupiter in your first house, the whole 12 months ahead, that's enough for me to know that things will be okay for you, no matter what. And there is, of course, Mercury going retrograde in your second house. Yeah, don't do some financial risks, especially after the middle of the month while Mercury is retrograde, something totally new. So taking your money and putting in a brand new investment, for example. Instead, you might have to rearrange something, rebudget, think of a different plan for the second part of July and the first part of August about expenses, finances. You might have some surprise expense, for example, for something, because Mercury, when it's retrograde, we have one plans and it's in your second house for our money or even for our family. It's connected to family. And Mercury goes retrograde and says, well, you need to reconsider different options now, maybe from a different perspective, or you need to do something else. But otherwise, every time I had Mercury retrograde in the second house, I tend to maybe take an old product, give it life back and introduce it back again. Or maybe I revise where we spend, how we spend, and rethink it, and maybe cut off a few subscriptions that I forgot about or I don't use, reorganize such things. So this is a good time for taking stock inventory for your finances, for your clothes and possessions that you own. Throw out the old ones from the middle of the month, or give them to someone, or take old ones and customize them so you can use them again. Not only clothes, this is for any kind of valuables as well. And of course, there is also the new moon in Leo, which is something new. So there might be a new source of income or idea that comes to you from the end of the month after the 24th onwards, or a new source of resources of some sort. I don't know, painting materials or something new, something valuable that you acquire. So there's both something old and something new here, something old with Mercury retrograde, something new with the new moon. Yeah, it's just that appears. But I would advise you not to apply the new thing that comes as an idea until just to research it, investigate it while Mercury is still retrograde. And from the beginning of August somewhere, it starts moving direct. And then the very interesting thing is that Uranus is moving into your 12th house on the 17th, I think, was it? Okay, the dates I don't have. Oh no, it's already on the 7th. On the 7th of July, Uranus moves into your 12th house, where it will stay for the next 4 or 5 months, and will dip back into your 11th house, and then to move into your 12th house for 7 years. So keep this video somewhere where you can come back to it and reference it for the future, so you can see how Uranus in the 12th house will affect you. Well, if you look at it, Uranus here in the 12th house, it doesn't make a direct aspect to Cancer. It's like behind you. This is the first house. It's like in your blind spot, so to speak. But many cancers, especially Cancer Sun people, tend to have planets in Gemini. They might have Venus or Mercury there, or you might have planets in Sagittarius or planets in Pisces and in Virgo. Then Uranus will oppose or square or conjunct those planets. And it's very potent. And even from the 12th house, where usually a planet is not noticed, it will make the big awakening and big changes in your life. But I explained this in my webinar, Uranus in Gemini, which is 5 hours old, long, only $20, I think it was, for those who managed to catch the early bird offer. Explained how Uranus, through real life stories, funny, some always with a silver lining, how what Uranus wants to do for absolutely every aspect. Say maybe you have your Cancer, but you have your I don't know, not Venus, but maybe your moon in Sagittarius. Uranus will oppose you. And I tell you real life stories of what happened to people. What is the silver lining of it? What is the purpose of it? Absolutely every transit I cover, and every house, very in depth. So if you want it, I put the link below in the description. You can get that Uranus in Gemini webinar that you own for life, and that you can always check for every Uranus transit. And you don't need to know absolutely any astrology. I lead you from every step how to see what year exactly Uranus will affect you and what degree your planet is and how it will manifest. But Uranus in the 12th house generally can indicate, because Uranus is awakening and the 12th house is sleeping. What are we going to do? Awake or sleep? Well, it can give some disruptions with sleep. So now Venus is in your 12th house in July, you have best good sleep. I'm kidding. But you can have a lot more vivid dreams. Or those of you who do any spiritual, like meditation, lucid dreaming, or trying to do astral travel, any spiritual kind of activities, these are 12th house, to penetrate into the invisible world, so develop aura vision. Well, Uranus there will speed up that process for you over the next years. You can really up your psychic abilities, your clairvoyant abilities, or ability to download information. Even if you're not someone who astrally travels, you can be someone that just in their dreams, you get answers. I know someone, he's my neighbor, and I check his chart. And he has Uranus in his 12th house from the ascendant. And he dreams the solution to all the problems because he's a car mechanic and he doesn't believe in anything spiritual, nothing. He says, oh, this bullshit, don't tell me. And then he comes and says, once per week at least, I dream exactly what I have to do to fix a car, which I'm stuck with. I'm like, and you say you're not psychic? Come on, man. And that's what somehow Uranus can play out, like, because our departed loved ones communicate to us through our dreams, or our higher consciousness tries to give us answers. So there can be sudden realizations for a lot of you through your dream life for the next 8 years, of getting very much into learning, studying such kind of esoteric matters, because Uranus is very knowledgeable planet. It's excitable. 12th house is mysteries, hidden knowledge of any sort, esoteric. And Uranus rules esoteric knowledge. Or if you're an artist, you can just download suddenly visions, solutions, ideas. It's more internal. This Uranus in the 12th house, unless you have planets in Gemini or Pisces or Virgo, Sagittarius, can be very subtle influence that no one sees, like a big change happening in your external life, but inside of you, something is awakening, a new perspective. Or it can be, for sometimes, it can be sudden changes by relocating to foreign countries. So having opportunities in faraway places and abroad. That can be, because 12th house is far away, abroad. Or it can be even remembering past lifetimes, or having some kind of very other such phenomena that, well, ghosts, hopefully not ghosts, but even that. Or it can be not only your intuition, 12th house is other stuff, foreign places. Well, I can't think now. Check out the video. My mind is a bit slow, but check out and you can see how exactly Uranus through the 12th house, especially from your ascendant. If it's from your moon or sun, to a lesser degree, but it's still potent. It's still quite potent there as well. Now I'm trying to remember what happened when Uranus was in my 12th house. I was too young back then. Anyway, thank you so much, Cancers. Hope that was good for you. Check the links below if you're interested, either in Neptune in Aries, Saturn in Aries for the next 2 years, or Uranus in Gemini. I've made short 5-hour, 3-hour webinars that are super affordable for them. Thank you.